This broadcast is presented under the legal ownership authority of Magnitude Sports. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Magnitude Sports. Send it up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
Well, it's turned into an absolutely gorgeous afternoon, turned early evening here in Fargo, North Dakota, as we got more Legion baseball on tap from Starion Bank Field, a non-conference doubleheader between the Fargo Post 400 Comets and the Jamestown Blues. Tommy Fox with you here on Magnitude Sports. The first set of games saw the Fargo Post 400 Rockets split with the Fargo Post 400 Astros. And we got one more doubleheader left to play here on this Monday. The Fargo Post 400 Comets come in at a total mark of 1-2. You know, the Jamestown Blue Jays, they are 2-2, but they've lost their last two games, recently losing a doubleheader to the Grand Forks Blues out of the Junior Legion Conference. So again, this is a non-conference game. The Jamestown Blues are a Junior Legion team, whereas the Fargo Post 400 Comets are a single-A Legion team. So it should be a good one from Starion Bank Field, as we first now take a look at the teams that Fargo Post 400 has played. The Comets started the season 0-2 after losing to Wahpeton Post 24-3, and then losing to Hillsborough Central Valley, the Blue Sox, 8-7. And their only win on the season was against the same Hillsborough Central Valley Blue Sox, Post 4 and 256, 8-0 in Game 2 of that doubleheader. So sit back and enjoy. Should be a great doubleheader here on Magnitude Sports. The head coaches for each team exchanging the starting lineups, and we'll step aside and we'll have those starting lineups for you, followed by the opening pitch. It's the Jamestown Blues and the Fargo Post 400 Comets from Starion Bank Field. It's around the corner here on Magnitude Sports.
The Midwest elements are relentless. Is your home ready? At J. Deeds Construction, we've been serving the FM community since 2003. As a proud member of the Building Industry Association, formerly known as Home Builders Association, we specialize in roofing, siding, custom decks, and seamless gutters built for maximum durability. Plus, we offer free seamless gutters with every roof or siding project. Call 701-367-1175 or visit buildwithjdc.com. J. Deeds Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it.
Hi, this is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
Closing in on the opening pitch of Game 1 of this non-conference doubleheader between the Jamestown Blues out of the Junior Legion Conference and out of the Single-A Legion Conference, the Fargo Post 400 Comets. Tommy Fox with you from Starion Bank Field. Game 1 of 2 of a doubleheader between these two squads as we take a look at the starting lineup, starting with the batting order of the Jamestown Blues. They're head coached by Chad Weber. Leading off and playing center field will be Colton Gerlach. Batting second and playing in left field, Seth Webster. Batting third, the right fielder, Kenny Dobson. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Cullen Hardy. Jace Colpin, the second baseman, batting fifth. Theo Strukel, the shortstop, he's batting sixth. H.C. Mack, the DH, he's batting seventh. Batting eighth is Jonah Erickson, the catcher. And playing third base, batting ninth, is Kyler Perkins. The pitcher for the Jamestown Blues today in Game 1 is Deegan Fix. For the Fargo Post 400 Comets, they will have Braden Donner on the mound. We'll, of course, touch base on the outfield and infield later here in this top of the first inning, as Colton Gerlach will dig in to start this game. Home plate umpire Tyson Simonuski. On the base paths, Mike Lean. Tyson Simonuski is ready. So are both Jamestown and Fargo Post 400. First pitch is a ball, and we're off and running here in Game 1. In case you missed it earlier in the day, the Fargo Post 400 Rockets collected their first ever win as a Legion baseball program, an 11-0 win in Game 2 of their doubleheader against the Fargo Post 400 Astros. 1-1 pitch outside for ball 2. The Comets are head coached by Jack Junker in his first season at the helm. 2-1 pitches in there for strike 2. Good pitch from Braden Donner. Even count at 2-2 from the wind. The pitch flipped out of play over the netting, and a souvenir onto the blacktop. It was 14-9 in Game 1 between the Astros and Rockets. And then 11-0 in Game 2 in favor of the aforementioned Rockets. There's a called strike 3, first strikeout of the day for Braden Donner. He freezes Gerlach. There's 1 up, 1 down here in the first.
Number 5, left fielder Seth Webster.
Here's Seth Webster, the left fielder for the Blues, as we take a look at the infield and outfield for the Fargo Post 400 Comets from left to right. In left field, Tucker Kozin in left field. In center field, Thomas Cutterba. In right will be Ben Peterson. Infield left to right at third, Ty Thingvold. Reese Evenson at short, followed by Marcus Hirschkorn at second, and then Ronan Bjorm at first. First pitch of the at-bat was a ball, so is the second pitch, and catching for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. One ball and 1 strike. Pitch on the way, and it's fouled off the canopy, it looks like. Good swing from Seth Webster. 1-2 pitch, bounced up the middle, slow roller, not going to be an easy play, and it's going to be an infield single. Good contact from Seth Webster.
Batting third, number 14, right fielder Kenny Thompson.
And catching for the Fargo Post 400 Comets, as I was about to bring up, Jackson Molden. Catching for starting pitcher Braden Donner. Both teams are in single A, but it's still considered non-conference, as a wild pitch gets to the backstop, allows Seth Webster to advance. Kenny Dobson at the plate. The Comets are in East A, and Jamestown is in the West A. Ball 2 outside. Two 0 to count on Dobson. Donner from the stretch. Bouncing ball to the left side, and I think the home plate umpire, Tyson Simonewski, called a strike, and Kenny Dobson was smiling at him. I mean, it was a foul, so it is a strike. But I don't think Dobson was expecting that on a foul ball. Two-one pitch. In the turf, and an easy stolen base for Seth Webster. And the first potential run of the game is 90 feet away for the Blues. Hitters count. Kenny Dobson. Lines a base hit to left field, and he gives Jamestown the lead. An RBI single for Kenny Dobson. It's 1-0 Blues in the first.
Batting fourth, number 49, first baseman Cullen Hardy.
Here's Cullen Hardy with Kenny Dobson at first. Good looking bunt. That's a beauty. Advances the runner to scoring position. There's out number 2. Nice job by Cullen Hardy, just putting it in play, advancing Dobson into scoring position. A sac bunt leads to out number 2, and Jace Colpin, the second baseman, will be up. One nothing Jamestown. 1 run on 2 hits thus far. First pitch of the at-bat is outside for ball 1. First 3 due up in the bottom of the first for the Comets. Thomas Cutterba, center fielder. Ty Thingvold, the third baseman. And Jackson Molden, the catcher. There's strike 1. Look back to second. And the pitch upstairs for ball 2. Comets looking to get to 500 for the first time this season. Look back to second. Here comes the 2-1. It sails high and away. Sun peeking through some cloud cover. Wind has died down significantly since the start of this post 400 action. 3-1 pitch in there for strike 2, and the count's full. An RBI single by Kenny Dobson. He is waiting at second after a sacrifice bunt by Cullen Hardy. Here comes the payoff. Flied out of play off the end of the bat. Colpin a little late on that swing. Count stays full at 3-2. Braden Donner looking to bend but not break here in this inning. 3-2 pitch is lifted in the air, shallow center field. This should end the inning right on the edge of the infield. The catch is made for out number 3. 1 runner stranded. Half inning complete. It's 1-0 Jamestown. But the Comets will be up to bat in the bottom of the first when we return.
Gather up the sports and fitness gear you aren't using anymore and sell it to Play It Again Sports. We will review your gear and choose what we purchase based on condition, brand, and store demand. We will then pay you on the spot, or you can receive additional incentive if you trade towards used or new products in the store.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
1-0 Jamestown after half inning of play after an RBI single by Kenny Dobson. The Blues now have a 1-0 lead entering the bottom half of the second inning. Taking a look at the batting order for the Fargo Post 400 Comets, led by first-year head coach Jack Junker. It goes like this. Thomas Cutterba, the leadoff man, he's playing in center field. Ty Thingvold, the third baseman, he's batting second. Jackson Molden, the catcher, batting third. Reese Evenson, the shortstop, batting cleanup. Tucker Kozin, the left fielder, batting fifth. Ronan Bjorum, the first baseman, batting sixth. Ben Peterson, the right fielder, batting seventh. Cam Sweet, the DH, batting eighth. And Marcus Hirschkorn, the second baseman, batting ninth. Deegan Fix, the starting pitcher for the Jamestown Blues, and he kind of lost his footing on the mound. And that'll be a ball. Second pitch is in there for ball two. Thomas Cutterba ahead of the count. Big cut and a miss. Cutterba chased one down and away. Good looking pitch though. Batting .222 so far on the season. He takes strike one. Make that strike two. He has 2 hits on the year, all of them singles. Only 3 games played, so not too many stats to speak on if you're any of these teams. Payoff pitch sails high and a walk to start the bottom of the first. A leadoff base runner for the Comets. Thomas Cutterba reaches on a walk.
Second, number 11, third baseman Ty Thingvold.
And I think, yeah, because the first pitch of the game for Deegan Fix, he lost his footing on the mound, and he's having to get, he was, I think, asking for new cleats, and he got them. And this is a turf field, so might not be as easy to kind of get adjusted to the new elements, because a turf field's obviously different than a normal grass and dirt field. That includes the mound too. As on a dirt mound, the pitcher would typically put their back foot, kind of dig their back foot up against the rubber, in front of the rubber. And on a turf mound, you really can't do that, so I think for Deegan Fix, it's something to kind of adjust to. But he's got new cleats now. He'll now face Ty Thingvold with a runner on first. Thingvold gets a piece. One-0 pitch. Make it 1-1. As he takes ball one. Counts even now. Little half swing up the first base line and out of play. It's 1-2. 10 plate appearances so far in 3 games played for 1-2 to count. Pitch from Fix, and he misses outside. Counts even. We'll see if Cutterbutt takes off here on a 2-2 pitch. Little half swing that kind of bounces off maybe the foot of Thingvold. He fouled it off of himself. And the count's still at 2-2. Throw back to first. Check on the runner. Thomas Cutterbutt has had some solid leads at first base here in this at bat. He takes off, swing and a miss. Make that a foul ball as he just got a piece. And that foul ball kind of sounded like the contact of the mitt. It's probably how hard Deegan Fix threw it. So no stolen base, no strikeout. Another 2-2. That one's high. Look back to first. Payoff pitch from Fix, and batter calls time. Ty Thingvold having to adjust. Good call of time by Thingvold. Payoff pitch outside, and a walk. Back-to-back walks issued to the Comets. Thingvold advances to first, and Thomas Cutterbutt in scoring position. Jackson Molden, the catcher for the Comets, has a chance to deliver some damage. Eight plate appearances on the season. And there will be a attempted rundown. Throw gets thrown away into right field. Coming in to score is Cutterbutt. He's in. The game is tied. What was that? Cutterbutt was dead to rights. They tried to throw him out. They tried to get him caught in a rundown, and the throw was just airmailed into right field. And that puts Ty Thingvold 90 feet away. That's ball two. Kind of an interesting turn of events right there as it ties the game. Foul ball off the ankle of Molden. Runner on third, that's Thingvold. The pitch just missed the zone. And it's 2-2. Infield playing in. Fly ball out of play. As I mentioned, Jack Junker, his first season as head coach for the Jamestown, or check that, the Fargo Post 400 Comets. He's the head coach at NDSCS, their baseball team, the Wildcats. Has been with the program since 2023. He was an assistant there from 2022 to 2023. Obviously has college baseball experience, played at Abilene Christian from 2020 to 2021. He also played at the University of Science/Arts, Oklahoma. Here's a soft ground ball hit to third. Won't be an easy play. That scores a run, and it's 2-1 Comets. They take their first lead of the game. Nicely done by Jackson Molden. RBI ground out to give the Comets the lead. That is the first out of the inning. Reese Evenson takes strike one. And that throwing error by the Blues really changed the whole synopsis of this bottom half of the first. Pitchers count at 0-2. And Fix gets Evenson to swing and miss. Ball gets to the backstop. High throw, but in time for the putout. So Evenson strikes out and is put out at first for out number 2. First strikeout of the game for Deegan Fix. And Tucker Kozin will dig in. Kozin takes strike one on the outside corner. 2 runs on no hits for the Comets. Lined into left field, and a routine catch by Seth Webster to end the inning. No one left on, but 2 runs scored by the Comets. A 2-1 lead for the Fargo Post 400 Comets entering the top of the second.
Looking for something handmade, unique, and full of personality? Mandy's of FargoND.com features creative gifts, home decor, accessories, and more. All inspired by family, creativity, and made with heart. Browse dozens of handmade creations, request custom colors or designs, and sign up for the newsletter. Visit Mandy'sOfFargoND.com and discover something new today. Mandy'sOfFargoND.com. Handmade, a little weird, totally wonderful.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Top of the second here at Starion Bank Field, game 1 of a non-conference doubleheader between the Jamestown Blues and the Fargo Post 400 Comets. We can take a look at the broadcast schedule for Magnitude Sports throughout the summer. Lots of action upcoming. As again, this is game 1 of a non-conference doubleheader. Coming up on Tuesday, the Fargo Post 400 Stars will be in Bismarck, North Dakota. Mike Goyne will have the call. That'll be a doubleheader in Bismarck. First pitch at the top of the second is a strike. At the dish for Jamestown, Theo Strukel, the shortstop. He takes a ball and the count's even. Donner from the wind, the pitch, and he misses low and away. Two one from Donner is in there for strike 2. Good pitch. Caught the outside corner. We noticed that with a lot of these pitchers. I mean, kind of an ideal pitch to throw that fastball on a 2-1 just to get yourself back in the count. As this one's on the hands and into the netting. Foul from Strukel. Count still even at 2-2. Missed inside. Counts full, payoff pitch, is in there for a called strike 3. Braden Donner froze him. Strukel's down on strikes, and there's one gone here in the top of the second. Second K of the game for Donner. That's 2 Ks that are backwards Ks. First pitch to H.C. Mack, the DH for the Blues, is a ball. This one nearly caught the inside corner. Just missed. Good to have Dakota Fins and Feathers as one of our sponsors this year. Buffalo Wild Wings. Big cut and a miss. That was a fastball, kind of on the outside part of the plate. Kind of upstairs, too. That's a tough pitch to hit if you're a left-handed batter. That one's in there for a strike, too. Counts even. Even count. The 2-2 from Donner. Little nubber right in front of the mound. Easy play to first. Oh, the throw's high. A routine play for Braden Donner. And he sailed it high of the first baseman, Ronan Bjoram. And they did say it was foul, so they can, we'll erase that. The at-bat will continue. The Jamestown fans were thinking it was a fair ball. This is a fair ball. Hit high in the air to left. 2 out. Catch made by the left fielder, Tucker Kozin. So the Comets can take a little sigh of relief, and so can Braden Donner. So H.C. Mack goes down by way of a fly out to left. And Jonah Erickson, the catcher, will be at the plate. 1-0 pitch in there for ball 2. Just missing the zone. Now 3-0. Braden Donner has struck out 2. He's given up 1 run on 2 hits. That 1 run, an RBI single by Kenny Dobson back in the first. There's strike 1. Good pitch. Gets Donner back in the count. 5th pitch of the at-bat. Catches the corner for strike 2. Attaboy. Back-to-back strikes. Donner looking to exit with a K. He drops it in there for strike 3. Masterful work from Braden Donner, a backwards K to end the top of the second. Terrific stuff from Braden Donner. We played 1.5. Comets lead 2-1.
Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
When it's time for an oil change, you want service that's fast and trustworthy. Grease Monkey's certified technicians get you in and out in about 15 minutes, plus a complimentary 16-point safety check. No pressure, no surprises, just honest, manufacturer-recommended service. While we work, step out of the heat and relax in our air-conditioned lobby with a cold refreshment. Visit your local Grease Monkey for a quick professional oil change you can feel good about.
2-1 Comets. After 1.5 complete in Game 1 here at Starion Bank Field of a doubleheader, a non-conference doubleheader between the Jamestown Blues out of the West A and the Fargo Post 400 Comets in the East A. A 1-2-3 second inning for Braden Donner. 2 backwards Ks, 3 strikeouts total on the game. As Deegan Fix gets back to work for the Jamestown Blues. Counts at 1-0 to Ronan Bjorum. Counts at 2-1. It'll be Bjorum, Ben Peterson, and Cam Sveit to bat here in this second for the Comets. The 3-1 pitch is lined in the air high down the right field line. Is it fair? No, it's not. Past the patio deck out there in right field. And the count's full at 3-2. Thought those folks down there on the patio were going to get a souvenir. There's been a couple souvenirs today. 3-2 pitch. Just missing. It's a walk on a payoff pitch. Good way to start the inning for the Comets. Still in search of their first hit, but it's not about if you can get the most hits, it's if you can get the most runs. And right now, the Comets have the most runs. It's a game of runs. As the saying goes, Bjorum takes off. There's going to be no throw, an easy stolen base for Ronan Bjorum, and he's in scoring position. Ben Peterson takes strike 1. Ben Peterson playing in right field here in Game 1. 0-1 pitch is low. Only 6 plate appearances this season for Peterson. 1-1 pitch is in there for a ball, and another stolen base for Ronan Bjorum. 2 stolen bases in this at-bat. Swiper no swiping. He's unstoppable on the base paths. 2-1 pitch is outside for ball 3. Bjorum's 90 feet away. 5th pitch of the at-bat coming to Peterson. Peterson chops one foul. Peterson, golden opportunity here. The infield playing a little in with this payoff. High fly ball in the air to center. This should get the job done. Tagging from third is Bjorum. Catch made in center. Here comes the throw. It is up the third base line. And a sac fly for Ben Peterson. Makes it 3-1 Comets. Good job by Ben Peterson driving in the 3rd run of the night for the Comets. Cam Sveit, the DH, at the plate. Oh, 1 pitch, wave and a miss. That red, white, and blue bat from Cam Sveit. That's got to be one of the cooler color schemes we've seen in a bat here today. I know those pencil bats are pretty popular. Unless that was a thing kind of in 2025, more than 2026. But point being, lots of good schemes color-wise. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And Cam's Veet goes down by way of the K. There's 2 gone here in the second.
Batting ninth, number 7, second baseman Marcus Hirschgor.
Here's Marcus Hirschgor, the second baseman, batting for the Comets. That's the second K of the game for Jamestown pitcher Deegan Fix. Big cut and a miss from Hirschgor. Those cleats seem to be doing a good job. As Fix has settled in on the mound. Ruling at first is that he did not go around, so the count's even. One pitch dies away from the zone. It's 2-1. Always in for some gorgeous sunsets for Fargo Post 400 baseball this year. Here's a ground ball to short. Should be the inning. Theo Strukel throws across to first for the third out. A sac fly, an RBI sac fly for Ben Peterson makes it a 3-1 Comets lead. Jamestown is up to bat when we return in the top of the third on Magnitude Sports.
The Midwest elements are relentless. Is your home ready? At J. Dietz Construction, we've been serving the FM community since 2003. As a proud member of the Building Industry Association, formerly known as Home Builders Association, we specialize in roofing, siding, custom decks, and seamless gutters built for maximum durability. Plus, we offer free seamless gutters with every roof or siding project. Call 701-367-1175 or visit buildwithjdc.com. J. Dietz Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
Three to 1 Comets after 2 complete from Starion Bank Field. Tommy Fox with you here on Magnitude Sports. Big thanks to our tremendous sponsors this season for Fargo Post 400 Baseball. Sweet Shots, Frank's Lounge, Legacy Plumbing, on J. Dietz Construction, Bell Bank, Shields. Here's a ground ball in the hole. It's short, spinning, throw to first, stretch, and in time. An absolute web gem at short by Reese Evenson. And the stretch by Ronan Bjorum at first to cap off the first out. How about that? That was some kind of play. Kyler Perkins is the one that gets retired. 6-3 on the putout. And there's strike one to Colton Gerlach, who's 0 for 1. He struck out his last time up. 0-1 pitch, outside for ball 1. And going back to that play, that 6-3 putout by Reese Evenson, that spin was something incredible. But not only that, it was the stretch at first by Ronan Bjorum for the putout. I mean, that's not easy to do at first base. So both parties getting a much-deserved pat on the back on that play. 1-2 pitch. Lined into center field, and making the catch in center is Thomas Cutterba. There is out number 2.
Left fielder, number 5, Seth Webster.
Here is Seth Webster. He has one of the 2 hits here in this game for Jamestown. He takes the ball outside. He advanced on a wild pitch and a stolen base. He was the one that scored on the RBI single by Kenny Dobson. He takes strike 1, upper half of the zone. Also big thanks to Mandy's of Fargo, Grease Monkey, Kingpins, Play It Again Sports, and Doolittle's Woodfire Grill. Three balls and a strike. Braden Donner's pitch in there for strike 2. Counts full. 2 gone here in the 3rd. The payoff. Donner gets him to swing and miss. Seth Webster strikes out swinging. A 1-2-3 inning for Braden Donner. 3-1 Comets after 2.5. They have a chance to add on to their lead when we come back on Magnitude Sports.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
That was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
Hungry? Get to Vic's for Hamburger Happy Hour. Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. Get a delicious burger and fries for just $6.50. The kitchen is always cooking at Vic's. We serve up breakfast every day from 9 a.m. to noon, and we're open 365 days a year from 9 a.m. all the way until 2 a.m. Plus, catch regular happy hour every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and join us for bingo 5 days a week. Come hungry to Vic's, located at 1608 Main Avenue Southeast in Moorhead. Well, it's been a pretty solid performance on the mound for the Comets right-hander Braden Donner. 1 run given up, but 2 scoreless innings since. As Jamestown behind 3-1. Here's a high fly ball down the left field line. This is trouble. This one's off the base of the wall. Off the bat of Thomas Cutterba. He's in standing with a booming double to start the bottom of the 3rd. The first pitch he saw, and he smoked it. Almost looked like that ball was going to carry out of here. But he might have just got in front of it. Ty Thingvold takes the ball. He's got 1 plate appearance in this game. It was a walk in the bottom of the 1st. He takes ball 2. He did score on an RBI groundout from Jackson Molden. He takes strike 1. Two balls and a strike. Ball outside. It's now 3-1. Throw back to second to check on Cutterba. Three and 1. Curveball snaps in for strike 2. Good pitch. That makes the count full. Runner in scoring position for the Comets. Thingvold waits and hits it high in the air to right. It's falling quickly, and the catch is made on the run in right field by Kenny Dobson for out number 1.
Catcher, number 17, Jackson Molden.
That'll be an F9. Thingvold is 0 for 1 with a walk today. Jackson Molden has the go-ahead RBI at this juncture anyway. The second run of the first inning, an RBI groundout. Good eye from Molden. One-oh pitch, and take it back. He's trying to check on Cutterba, trying to keep him honest. 1-0 pitch, nearly got to the backstop. Nice play behind home plate by Jonah Erickson. The 2-0 from Fix. Inside, nearly hit him. And it's 3-0 on Jackson Molden. Pitch is in there for strike 1. Jackson Molden batting .250 on the year. 3 games played. 8 plate appearances total, and he takes strike 2. He was about to make his way to first. And the home plate umpire said, nope, that's strike 2. Payoff pitch. Lined into center field, hit well. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Cutterba puts on the brakes. And a line drive single by Jackson Molden puts runners on the corners with 1 gone here in the 3rd.
Shortstop, number 8, Reese Evenson. Courtesy runner for Bold is number 6, Matten Dorr.
Matten Dorr will be pinch running for Jackson Molden. Thomas Cutterba 90 feet away. Dorr at first. He takes off running. Throw down, it's cut off. Throw home, got a chance, and got him at home plate. Heads up play by Theo Strukel, the shortstop for Jamestown. Just how they drew it up in practice. There's 2 gone. So still a stolen base for Dorr. But Cutterba's cut down at home plate. This one gets away to the backstop in a wild pitch. Advances Dorr 90 feet away. Two-0. Taken for strike 1. Reese Evenson struck out swinging his last time up. Deegan Fix looking to strand a runner. Just missed the zone. Nearly even the count with that good-looking pitch. 5th pitch of the at-bat is shot right into the glove of Deegan Fix, who will flip it to first for out number 3. 1-3 on the putout. And Evenson couldn't believe it. Went right into the glove. That was a nice hit. Nice contact. But Deegan Fix said not today. 1 runner left on base. It's still 3-1 Comets after 3 complete in Game 1 of this non-conference doubleheader.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
When your truck is down, your business is down. That's why drivers across North Dakota and Minnesota trust Hogue Diesel Service in West Fargo. DOT certified in both states. From oil changes to full overhauls, Hogue Diesel Service handles complete truck and trailer repair on all makes and models, heavy and medium duty. Need on-site repair, computer diagnostics, pickup and delivery, 24-hour service? They do that too. Call Hogue Diesel Service today at 701-532-0203. That's 701-532-0203. Hogue Diesel Service LLC, 907 2nd Avenue West in West Fargo.
We have a new pitcher in for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. Braden Donner's day looks to be complete on the mound as Cameron Bevel will be taking over on the hill. Braden Donner goes 3 complete, gives up 1 run on 2 hits. Tommy Fox with you here on Magnitude Sports. 3-1 lead for the Comets. They have 3 runs on 2 hits, while Jamestown has 1 run on 2 hits. First pitch delivered is a ball. Kenny Dobson digs in to start the 4th. Bevel's 1-0 pitch. Lifted in the air to right field. Routine for out number 1. Catch is made in right field by Ben Peterson.
First baseman number 49, Colin Hardy.
Colin Hardy steps into the box to face Cameron Bevel. Slow bouncer. Bevel will nearly glove it. It bounced off his glove. Shovel to first. Not in time. Good heads-up play at second by Marcus Hirschkorn. It bounced off the glove of Bevel, trying to feel it to his left. And Hirschkorn nearly made the play, but that is going to be ruled an error. First error of the game by the Comets. That'll be an E1. Kolpin lays down a pretty good bunt. This will advance the runner to scoring position. Throw to first in time. No, safe. Jace Kolpin safe. So call it an infield single, a bunt single.
Shortstop number 3, Theo Strukel.
And now runners on first and second with 1 out. Third hit of the game for the Jamestown Blues. So Kolpin able to beat out the throw. And now the shortstop, Theo Strukel, has a chance to deliver some insurance here in the 4th inning. Bjorum playing shallow. This one skips in front of the catcher, Jackson Molden. Good to have Sweet Shots as one of our sponsors this year. Frank's Lounge, Legacy Plumbing. Also good to have Buffalo Wild Wings with us. Cameron Bevel delivers the 1-0 in there for strike 1. One pitch. This one low. It's 2-1. Cameron Bevel on the year hasn't pitched. So this is his first outing. A lot of players making their first appearances on the mound. Not only in this doubleheader, but just Legion baseball in general. Only so many games into the season. So there will be a lot of firsts for a lot of these teams. 2-1 pitch is chopped foul. It's now 2-2 on Theo Strukel. 2 on, 1 out. Bevel from the stretch now fires. Chop to the right side. Gloved at first. Easy play. And there's out number 2. But that does the job, as that advances both runners in the scoring position. Hardy advances to third. Kolpin to second. So Theo Strukel, a sacrifice ground out. And there's 2 gone here in the 4th. H.C. Mack takes a ball. Tying runs at second. The 1-0 from Bevel just missed the outside corner. H.C. Mack is 0 for 1. He flew out to left field his last time up. That came in the 2nd inning. Wearing the pink batting gloves, too. Nice touch. He takes a ball. Good eye from H.C. Mack. .3-0 delivery in there for strike 1 down the heart of the plate. Runners on second and third. 3-1 pitch. Ripped in the air to right field. Shallow and diving attempt. Nearly caught along the patio wall by Ronan Bjorum. He was close. Holy cow, that would have been the catch of the day. That was an incredible effort. That could have potentially allowed Hardy to tag, but nonetheless, it would have been a tremendous play. Payoff pitch. Fouled back into the netting, and the at-bat continues. Another 3-2 pitch coming. Bevel to H.C. Mack. Here it comes. Mack spoils another. Jonah Erickson on deck. Kyler Perkins is in the hole. We'll do it again. The 3-2 from Bevel. And he just missed, and the bases are loaded for Jamestown. An excellent at-bat from H.C. Mack, and the bases are loaded for Jonah Erickson. That puts the go-ahead run at first base. Let's see if Cameron Bevel can escape this bases-loaded jam. And with 2 outs, these runners are obviously going to have to run on anything, any contact. One-0 pitch. Inside, that nearly hit him. Counts 2-0 on Erickson. Erickson struck out looking his last time up. Let's see what he's got in store here in the top of the 4th. Hitters count at 2-0. The pitch. Lines one into right field, a base hit. Jonah Erickson delivers. This is going to score 2. A 2 RBI single. Jonah Erickson knots it up at 3. right on cue. The game's tied at 3 apiece in the top of the 4th.
Third baseman number 1, Kyler Perkins. Running at first base, courtesy runner
Able to score Cullen Hardy and Jace Culpin. That puts H.C. Mack at third base. And there is a little mound visit going on. Between Jackson Molden and his pitcher Cameron Bevel. So no pitching change, just a little mound visit. With the coaching staff. You obviously want to keep him in because there's obviously that trust factor involved with having him getting out of a jam. A pinch runner at first base. Katavius Brackens will replace Jonah Erickson at first base. Kyler Perkins showing bunt. Brackens takes off, and no throw, as they don't want to risk sending H.C. Mack to the plate to take the lead. Or rather, the Comets don't want to risk allowing Mack to take home. So they'll surrender the stolen base to Brackens, who's got a ginormous lead at second. Slow bouncer on the mound. Bevel's throw is in time for the out. And there is out number 3. So Kyler Perkins grounds out. 2 left on base. But the game is tied. A 2-run single by Jonah Erickson knots it up at 3.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Hungry? Get to Vic's for Hamburger Happy Hour. Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. Get a delicious burger and fries for just $6.50. The kitchen is always cooking at Vic's. We serve up breakfast every day from 9 a.m. to noon, and we're open 365 days a year from 9 a.m. all the way until 2 a.m. Plus, catch regular happy hour every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and join us for bingo 5 days a week. Come hungry to Vic's, located at 1608 Main Avenue Southeast in Moorhead.
Well, the Jamestown Blues got some insurance from their catcher, their catcher, Jonah Erickson, in the top of the 4th inning. A 2-run single that ties the game at 3 apiece as we enter the bottom of the 4th in game 1 of this doubleheader at Starion Bank Field between 2 out-of-conference opponents, the Fargo Post 400 Comets and the Jamestown Blues. Tommy Fox with you on Magnitude Sports. Game 2 will be around 7:30. More fans starting to file in. Wind has died down a lot. It was a little bit more breezy earlier in the day. But now it's gone really calm as the day has progressed. New pitcher for the Jamestown Blue Jays. Deegan Fix's day is done. Deegan Fix goes 3 innings, allows 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 of them earned. He walked 3 and struck out 2. Aiden Otley will be on the mound for the first time tonight for the Jamestown Blues. facing Tucker Kozin, and that hits him. So the first pitch of the fourth inning is a hit batsman. Ronan Bjorum will be up to bat. Jamestown with 3 runs on 4 hits, while Fargo post 400 as 3 runs on 2 hits. Curveball snaps in for strike 1. That was a gorgeous pitch. Aiden Otley. 0-1 delivery. Lasered into left field. That is down the line, a fair ball. Runners continue to chug their way to the respective bases, and it's a double. A line drive double off the bat of Ronan Bjorum. He's 1 for 1 with a walk tonight. Tucker Kozin advances to third. He's 90 feet away, and Ronan Bjorum's in scoring position at second base. Ben Peterson is at the plate. He delivered a sac fly his last time up, an RBI sac fly at that. That came in the bottom of the second inning. This one kind of gets away from the catcher Jonah Erickson, but he's able to get out in front of it. Infield playing in. The pitch from Otley. Outside for ball 2. And with this win, we will probably see a lot more fly balls go a lot farther. Here's a line drive base hit to center field. Ben Peterson delivers. He gives the Comets the lead right back. He drives in 2. His first hit of the season is a 2-run single. How about that? Ben Peterson, 3 RBIs in game 1 of the DH. The night could be very much just beginning for Peterson. Nobody out for Cam Zveet, the DH. Designated hitter here in game 1. Slight lead at first for Peterson. Bouncing ball over the head of Otley. Played by the second baseman for out number 1. Jace Colpin charging to his right to make the play that advances Peterson into scoring position. 4-3 on the putout. Nice defensive play by Jace Colpin. Here's Marcus Hirschkorn. He's 0 for 1. Grounds it to short. 2 out. He does his job as well. Another sacrifice ground out. 6-3 on the putout. That's the second time in which Hirschkorn has been put out via a 6-3 putout. And Thomas Cutterba is at the dish. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a double. This one gets past the catcher Erickson and sliding in and scoring for the 6th run of the game to make it 6-3 is Ben Peterson. He scores on a wild pitch. And the Comets with a little bit more breathing room here in the 4th inning. There is 2 outs, though. So Aiden Otley can, if he can get past Cutterba, Jamestown will still just be within 3. Game is far from over. There's been 2 lead changes and 1 tie. Jamestown had a 1-0 lead, then the Comets grabbed a 2-1 lead at the end of 1. Jamestown tied the game with a 2-run single by Jonah Erickson in the top of the 4th. And now 3 runs scored by the Comets here in the bottom of the 4th to retake the lead. And the catch is made by Jonah Erickson. And that'll do it for the 4th inning of play. A 3-run 4th inning. A 2-run single by Ben Peterson and a wild pitch that scored Peterson. It's 6-3 Comets after 4 complete from Starion in Game 1 of this non-conference doubleheader. Back after this.
Hi, this is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
Don't want to talk about it? We do.
I don't know you.
But I've been you.
And I'll listen. Just let it out.
Some more insurance from the Comets. A 2-run single provided by Ben Peterson, his first hit of the season. He was able to advance on a sacrifice ground out. Then he ended up scoring on a wild pitch to make it 6-3, and those were the 3 runs that were scored by the Comets in the bottom of the 4th. They lead 6-3 after 4 complete. Top of the 5th is upon us. First pitch thrown by Cameron Bevel is a ball to Colton Gerlach. Counts 1-0. Colton is 0 for 2 here in Game 1. Sun starting to set here in Fargo, North Dakota. 2-0 pitch outside. In a moment, we'll take another look at the Magnitude Sports broadcast schedule. Take a peek at what games are to come. 3-0 pitch outside for ball 4. So Gerlach will reach base for the first time here in this game. And that gives us a moment to take a look at the Magnitude Sports broadcasting schedule. So the Fargo Post 400 Stars will be in Bismarck tomorrow. Mike Goyne has the call. That'll be a doubleheader at Municipal Field in Bismarck. Lots of other games to come this season. The action, I mentioned this earlier, the action is just beginning. Runner takes off, throw down to second. It's going to be cut off by the shortstop, Reese Evenson, as the throw is a little to the left of second. And a stolen base for Colton Gerlach. Seth Webster up to bat. He's 1 for 2. He has a single and he struck out. 0-1. Fly ball in the air to right center field, falling quickly, and a diving catch! Oh my goodness, he caught it! Unbelievable grab in center field! Thomas Cutterbaugh, a whip gem for out number 1. Oh my goodness! Incredible. robbing Webster of a base hit. And there's one gone. That was some kind of catch. First pitch of the at-bat is high to Kenny Dobson. (1-0) from Bevel. Throw back to second, and it's going to kick off of the shortstop, Evenson. Luckily, Marcus Hirschkorn was there to back him up. (2-0) from Bevel, and that hits him. That hits Kenny Dobson, and 2 runners are on for Jamestown. So Gerlach is at second, Dobson at first, and Cullen Hardy represents the tying run. And we'll see if the infield creeps in with one gone. The pitch. Little fly ball in the air to center field. That's going to drop into no man's land for a base hit. Everybody's safe. That was a tough ball to judge. And Cullen Hardy, his first hit of the game. He had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Then he reached on an error. And now, in his third plate appearance, he has a single. Bases are loaded for Jace Colpin. Corners in. He flies one in the air to right center field. That's falling quickly. That's caught deep in the hole at second. Nicely done by Hirschkorn.
Shortstop number 3, Theo Strukel.
So 2 gone here in the 5th. And Theo Strukel's up with the bases juiced. He represents the go-ahead run. Fly ball in the air to center. This should do it for the inning. Catch made in center by Cutterba. And Cameron Bevel is out of the bases loaded jam. 3 left on by the Blues. It's still 6-3 Comets. To the bottom of the 5th we go here at Starion Bank Field.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
4.5 in the books in Game 1 of this doubleheader here at Starion Bank Field. The Fargo Post 400 Comets just got out of a bases-loaded jam. There was the bases loaded with 1 out. Jace Colpin flew out. He popped out, rather, to the second baseman Hirschkorn, and then Theo Strukel was the final out as he flew out to center fielder Thomas Cutterba. And it's still a 6-3 ball game as we enter the bottom of the 5th. Aiden Otley still on the hill for the Blues as he faces Ty Thingvold. Thingvold is 0 for 1. He walked his first time up. He flew out to right his last time at the dish. He takes strike one. One pitch is grounded to the left side, played it short, throw to first on a line. Good stretch at first by Cullen Hardy. Solid throw as well by Strukel, and there's one gone. Here's Jackson Molden now. He had an RBI ground out his first time up, and his second time at the plate, he had a base hit. He skies it in the air to left field. Everybody charging in, and the catch is made and left by Seth Webster for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th.
Shortstop, number 8, Reese Evenson.
Here's Reese Evenson. He's 0 for 2. Evenson takes one on the inside for strike one. Aiden Otley in relief. Been relatively solid. Here's a ground ball. Nice pick at third. Throw across the diamond. Beautiful stretch for the out. Cullen Hardy, another tremendous stretch at first. A beautiful throw from Kyler Perkins at third. And a 1-2-3 inning for Aiden Otley. Still 6-3 Comets. We head to the top of the 6th from Starion.
It's payback time. Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you?
You wouldn't want officials ruining your game day at home, so don't ruin it for them on the field or court. Respect officials. That's one way you can serve, stand, and score. This message brought to you by Magnitude Sports.
Hi, this is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
Another pitching change. This time for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. Replacing Cameron Bevel is Cam Zviet, formerly the designated hitter here in Game 1. Tommy Fox with you on Magnitude Sports. 6-3 lead for the Comets. Both teams with scoreless frames in the 5th inning. Now if you're the Jamestown Blues, 3 runs doesn't seem like a lot, but with the way that Fargo Post 400 is pitching, that seems like climbing Mount Everest. Because there's been a couple opportunities for Jamestown to cash in, but they've left the bases loaded. They left runners in scoring position a few times. They have 3 runs on 5 hits. We'll see if they can generate some chances here late in this game. First pitch of the inning is a ball. Cameron Bevel goes 2 innings of relief, 3 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned. And he walked 2. 1-0 pitch from Sveit. And this one may have, did that hit H.C. Mack? No, it didn't. It went right at his feet, though. And it's 2-0. H.C. Mack, 0 for 1 here in this game. He walked his last time at the plate. He was stranded at third. He grounds one softly to the right side. Nice play by Sveit. Shovels it to first for the out. 1-3 on the putout. There's one gone. Another quick look at the pitching box score for the Comets. Braden Donner. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 1 run that was earned. That was that RBI single by Kenny Dobson back in the first. 4 strikeouts and no walks. Here's a softly hit ground ball to short. Throw across, and it is in time for the out. 2 up and 2 down. Another incredible play defensively by these Comets. How about that play? Reese Evenson does it again from his shortstop spot. A 1 pitch misses high. Two up and 2 down here in the 6th. 1-1 pitch misses. Both teams with 1 error committed here in this game. Defensively, it's been relatively clean, to say the least. Here's a line drive, caught at second base, and a 1-2-3 inning for Cam Sveit in his first inning in relief. Making the catch at second, Marcus Hershkorn. A scoreless 6th. Put up by Cam Sveit. Still 6-3 Comets on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for something handmade, unique, and full of personality? Mandy's of FargoND.com features creative gifts, home decor, accessories, and more. All inspired by family, creativity, and made with heart. Browse dozens of handmade creations, request custom colors or designs, and sign up for the newsletter. Visit MandysOfFargoND.com and discover something new today. MandysOfFargoND.com. Handmade, a little weird, totally wonderful.
When your truck is down, your business is down. That's why drivers across North Dakota and Minnesota trust Hogue Diesel Service in West Fargo. DOT certified in both states. From oil changes to full overhauls, Hogue Diesel Service handles complete truck and trailer repair on all makes and models, heavy and medium duty. Need on-site repair, computer diagnostics, pickup and delivery, 24-hour service? They do that too. Call Hogue Diesel Service today at 701-532-0203. That's 701-532-0203. Hogue Diesel Service LLC, 907 2nd Avenue West in West Fargo.
Bottom of the 6th here at Starion Bank Field. A 6-3 lead for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. After a 1-2-3 inning from Cam Sveit. Hasn't just been the pitching that's been outstanding for the Comets, it's been their defense. Some incredible plays at third, short, you name it. In the outfield as well. Here's a fly ball hit in the air to left center field. coming in to make the catch in center is Colton Gerlach for out number 1. That retires Tucker Cozen. First pitch swinging.
First baseman number 21, Ronan Bjorum.
Ronan Bjorum steps into the box. He is 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. Watches a curveball land in the zone for strike 1. The pitch. Bjorum takes one high. Coming up for the Fargo Post 400 Comets after this doubleheader, they'll play the Kindred Post 117 Vikings on Wednesday. Here's a base hit into right field off the bat of Ronan Bjorum. Nice piece of hitting right there. 1 on with 1 down. So that doubleheader will be in Kindred. That'll be a doubleheader. First pitch at 5:30 for game 1. Pitch on the inside to Ben Peterson. Peterson back in the bottom of the 4th gave the Comets the lead back with a 2-run single. Bjorum takes off for second. He's safe. It was bobbled behind home plate by Jonah Erickson. So a stolen base for Bjorum. He's got a lot of speed. Lots of speed on this Comets roster as this 2-0 pitch lands low. .3-0 pitch. Bjorum takes off again. Throw to third, not even close. And it won't matter as it's a walk, but still.
Pitcher number 23, Cam's feet.
Another stolen base for Bjorum. And a walk issued to Peterson. A double play ball obviously would be ideal for Jamestown. Current relief pitcher Cam Sveet in the box. Facing Otley. He skies it in the air to right field. It's shallow. It's playable. It's down for a hit. Cam Sveet delivers. He drives in Ronan Bjorum from third. An RBI single to make it 7-3 Comets.
Second baseman number 7, Marcus Hirschkorn.
Just put it in the perfect spot. Jace Culpin, the second baseman, along with Kenny Dobson, were giving chase, but that was a tough ball to see, hit up way up in the air. So Peterson's in the scoring position. Sveet at first. Marcus Hirschkorn takes ball 1. Strike 1 taken. I'm going to throw in a line that's been brought up many times by the great Jack Michaels, voice of the FM Redhawks. For the Fargo Post 400 Comets, more would be just enough. They have a runner in scoring position. They're up 7-3. Obviously, the more run support, the better. 2-1 pitch, ground to the left side. It hops over the third baseman into left field. Kyler Perkins didn't expect it to take that awkward bounce, and the bases are loaded.
Center fielder number 16, Thomas Cutterba.
So that'll be ruled an E5. As Hirschkorn is aboard. Nobody advances to score. Thomas Cutterba digs in, and he lines a base bit into left field, a base hit. Nearly dug out at short by Strukel. That's going to drive in two. Thomas Cutterba, a 2-run single to make it 9-3 Comets. So Bjorm scores, and Peterson also scores. How about this offense by the Comets? Ty Thingvold hits it high in the air, down the left field line, and it's caught. Caught deep in the corner for out number 2 by Seth Webster. How about that running catch? Seth Webster, a beautiful running catch to his right, running into that wall in left field in foul ground. F7 is the out, and Jackson Molden's at the plate. 2 on, 2 out for the Comets. Looking to tack on more. Counts 2-0. 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the fourth, and 3 here in the sixth and counting. And this hits Jackson Molden. That loads the bases.
Shortstop number 8, Reese Evenson.
And there will be a meeting with Aiden Otley. Madden Dorr will be the courtesy runner for Jackson Molden. Just a little brief meeting on the mound with Aiden Otley. Bases are loaded, full of Comets. There's 2 out for Reese Evenson. He's 0 for 3. Perhaps looking to break through here in a big way here in the 6th. The pitch, lined in the air deep to left field, but it's way foul. Got just out in front of it, but he got plenty of it. Count is 0-1. Thomas Cutterba, a 2-run single not too long ago. Here's the 0-1, hit in the air to center field. This should be the inning. And the catch is made in center by Colton Gerlach. 3 left on by the Comets. But they put up 3, and they lead by 6 entering the top of the 7th. Fargo Post 400. We're going to close it out in Game 1 of this doubleheader.
When it's time for an oil change, you want service that's fast and trustworthy. Grease Monkey's certified technicians get you in and out in about 15 minutes, plus a complimentary 16-point safety check. No pressure, no surprises, just honest manufacturer-recommended service. While we work, step out of the heat and relax in our air-conditioned lobby with a cold refreshment. Visit your local Grease Monkey for a quick professional oil change you can feel good about.
It's payback time. Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you?
You wouldn't want officials ruining your game day at home, so don't ruin it for them on the field or court. Respect officials. That's one way you can serve, stand, and score. This message brought to you by Magnitude Sports.
The Comets looking to close this out here in game one of this doubleheader, leading it 9-3 over Jamestown. Tommy Fox with you on Magnitude Sports. Good to have our tremendous sponsors with us for 2026. J. Dietz Construction, Valley Service, Buffalo Wild Wings, Dakota Fins and Feathers, Play It Again Sports, Century Builders, along with Kingpins, Grease Monkey, Mandy's of Fargo, and many other great sponsors for 2026 for Fargo Post 400 baseball. 3 runs in the 6th inning by the Fargo Post 400 Comets. Two of them a 2-run single by Thomas Cutterba. Strike 1 delivered to Colton Gerlach. Back on the mound, Cam Zveet, and he misses the zone, ball 1. One pitch, curveball inside. Gerlach is 0 for 2 with a walk. He does have a stolen base in this game. Jamestown looking to chip away here in the top of the 7th. 2-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Comets on the verge of winning 2 straight. 2-2. Curveball misses. 9 runs on 7 hits for the Comets. The payoff. Little jam shot on the infield. Easy can of corn for out number 1. Reese Evenson makes the play. 1 up and 1 down. Here is Seth Webster. He made you could say a web gem, if you will, in the bottom of the 6th inning. A running catch into the wall and foul ground. Good-looking curveball that misses. One 0 from Sweet, fouled away. One pitch, 1 out. Shot up the middle, knocked down by Sweet. He's got to hurry. Flips it to first for out number 2. Nicely done by Cam Zveet. 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th. That was not softly hit, mind you. One 3 on the putout. And now Kenny Dobson at the plate. And the Jamestown Blues are down to their final out. It seemed as if momentum swung their way in the top of the fourth. Here's a ground ball to first. Race to the bag, and the game is over. 3 up, 3 down, go the Jamestown Blues in order. Ronan Buram makes the game's final play. And the Fargo Post 400 Comets take game 1 of this non-conference doubleheader by a final of 9-3. Nice running play by Ronan Buram. A ground out right to him as Kenny Dobson is the final out of this game. He was the game's first run. He gave the game's first RBI. And he's the game's final out. Post-game report coming up around the corner. Look at the final numbers and preview game 2 of this doubleheader here tonight. A final from Starion. In game 2 of this doubleheader, it was the Fargo Post 400 Comets 9-3 winners over the Jamestown Blues. Back with the final numbers after this.
The Midwest elements are relentless. Is your home ready? At J. Deeds Construction, we've been serving the FM community since 2003. As a proud member of the Building Industry Association, formerly known as Home Builders Association, we specialize in roofing, siding, custom decks, and seamless gutters built for maximum durability. Plus, we offer free seamless gutters with every roof or siding project. Call 701-367-1175 or visit buildwithjdec.com. J. Deeds Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it.
Look at the final numbers from this game. You see right there the Fargo Post 400 Comets, 9 runs on 7 hits. They left 4 on base, while the Jamestown Blues scored 3 runs on 5 hits. They left 6 on base in this game tonight. Welcome to the post-game report here on Magnitude Sports. Tommy Fox with you from the press box at Starion Bank Field. Game 1 of this doubleheader between the Fargo Post 400 Comets and the Jamestown Blues. As a look at the scoring recap, the Jamestown Blues got the scoring started in the top of the first with an RBI single by Kenny Dobson. That made it 1-0. Then in the bottom of the first, the Fargo Post 400 Comets would score a run on a throwing error, and then an RBI groundup by Jackson Molden would give them the lead at 2-1. It would be a 3-1 lead after the second inning, as Ben Peterson would drive in the game's third run on a sac fly. But then Jamestown would answer in the top of the fourth with a 2-run single by Jonah Erickson, the catcher. That made it 3-3. But Fargo Post 400 would counter with a 3-run inning of their own, as they would take a 6-3 lead after the end of 4 innings of play. And ever since then, the pitching for the Fargo Post 400 Comets took over. 3 straight scoreless innings, and then another 3-run inning in the bottom of the 6th would seal the deal here in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Let's look at the final numbers from this game in terms of the box score, as we take a look at the pitching totals from Game 1 here at Starion. Starting with the Fargo Post 400 Comets, Braden Donner was the winning pitcher. He was solid on the mound. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run that was earned, and 4 strikeouts. Cameron Bevel went 2 innings of relief, giving up 3 hits and 2 runs, none of them earned. He walked 2 batters. And Cam Sweet, 2 innings of relief as well. No hits, no runs, and no walks. For the Jamestown Blues, it was Deegan Fix given a no decision. Deegan Fix, 3 innings pitched, 2 hits given up, 3 runs, 1 of them being earned. Walked 3 batters and struck out 2. And Aiden Otley, he came in relief in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3 innings of relief. He gave up 4 hits on 6 runs. 4 of them were earned, and he walked 1 batter. Hitting-wise for the Fargo Post 400 Comets, they had a few players knock in some RBIs, as Ben Peterson was one of them. He was probably, you can argue, the player of the game offensively. He got the scoring started for the Fargo Post 400 Comets, and he gave him the lead in the bottom of the 4th as well. A 2-run single by Ben Peterson gave him a 5-3 lead And ever since, that was basically the game-winning hit, if you think about it, because Jamestown never scored after that top of the fourth. So Ben Peterson, 3 RBI day, 1 hit, 2 runs scored as well for Ben Peterson. He did his part. And Thomas Cutterbutt did his part as well. A 2-run single for him in the bottom of the 6th. So lots of key contributors in this game for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. So they moved to 2-2 on the season. They've won 2 straight games. Jamestown, for the time being, drops below 500 as they are now 2-3. They are 0-5 in their last 5 games. Meanwhile, for the Fargo Post 400 Comets, they are 2-2 in their last 4 games. That'll do it for our coverage of Game 1. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll have the coverage of Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Fargo Post 400 Comets and the Jamestown Blues. Again, a final for Game 1. It was the Comets 9, the Blues 3. Tommy Fox telling you all to stick around as we got more Legion baseball around the corner here on Magnitude Sports. just about set for Game 2 of this non-conference doubleheader as the Fargo Post 400 Comets take on the Jamestown Blue Jays. Good evening, everyone, from Starion Bank Field in Fargo, North Dakota. I'm Tommy Fox here on Magnitude Sports. It was a 9-3 win in Game 1 of this doubleheader for the Fargo Post 400 Comets as they got some solid insurance from hitters like Thomas Cutterba and guys like Ben Peterson, who drove in 3 RBIs. The pitching was also solid from guys like Braden Downer, and the bullpen from guys like Cameron Bevel and Cam Zveet. They look to continue that here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Couple changes in the starting lineups. We'll address them shortly after the national anthem leading up to the first pitch, but head coach for the Comets in Jack Junker, he's going to have Manon Dorer lead off. And that's one of the many changes in both of these lineups going into Game 2. But it's a chess match. And these two teams know that, any game is winnable. As they kind of proved that they can go toe-to-toe with one another any day of the week. Jamestown was able to tie it up at 3 in the 4th inning on a 2 RBI single by Jonah Erickson. That made it 3-3, but 6 unanswered runs since for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. They look to sweep the doubleheader here this evening to make it to 3-2 on the season. We'll take a look at the starting lineups after the national anthem leading up to the first pitch. But we will step aside for the national anthem here on Magnitude Sports. We'll send it to the public address announcer, Brad Anderson.
To honor America with playing of our national anthem. Thanks, Ron. Beautiful.
We'll have the starting lineups for both squads when we return here on Magnitude Sports.
When your truck is down, your business is down. That's why drivers across North Dakota and Minnesota trust Hogue Diesel Service in West Fargo. DOT certified in both states. From oil changes to full overhauls, Hogue Diesel Service handles complete truck and trailer repair on all makes and models, heavy and medium duty. Need on-site repair, computer diagnostics, pickup and delivery, 24-hour service? They do that too. Call Hogue Diesel Service today at 701-532-0203. That's 701-532-0203. Hogue Diesel Service LLC, 907 2nd Avenue West in West Fargo.
Top of the first inning is here, and Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Jamestown Blues and the Fargo Post 400 Comets. Tommy Fox with you here on Magnitude Sports. Taking a look at the starting lineups for both the Jamestown Blues and the Fargo Post 400 Comets. Starting pitcher is Reese Evenson. He was at short for Game 1. He is now the starting pitcher for Game 2 for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. Batting order for the Jamestown Blues for Game 2 will look like this. Seth Webster, the center fielder, will be leading off. Brady Altoff will be getting the start here in Game 2 in left field, batting second. Deegan Fix, the starting pitcher in Game 1, he's at third here in Game 3 and also batting third. Kenny Dobson, the pitcher for Jamestown, he'll be batting cleanup. Batting fifth will be Theo Strukel, the shortstop, batting fifth. Catavius Brackens, the catcher, batting sixth. H.C. Mack, the first baseman, batting seventh. Parker Moser, the second baseman, batting eighth. And Evan Dubray, the right fielder, batting ninth. First pitch of Game 2 is away and off we go from Starion. Oh, 1 pitch is rifled into center field. A leadoff single for Seth Webster. Brady Altoff is at the plate. He grounds one to the left side, could be two. No play at second. They go to first. And there's out number one. So a sacrifice ground out, 6-3 on the putout. That moves Webster in scoring position. And Deegan Fix will be at the plate. Stolen base for Seth Webster. This throw gets away, and it's 1-0 Jamestown. A 1-0 start for the Blues. Seth Webster, the stolen base, and then just coming home. It was Jackson Molden who threw it away. Here's a fly ball in the right field and a no catch. Nearly caught in right field by Grant Goddard, who's getting the start.
Batting fourth, pitcher number 14, Kenny Dobson.
But it'll be a one-out single for Deegan Fix. Quick throw back to first, and that one gets away. Up and running is Deegan Fix on to second. So infield and outfield for the Comets for Game 2 will look like this. From left to right in the outfield, Braden Donner is in left, Michael Essex in center, Grant Goddard in right. From third to first base on the infield, Gordon Barch will be at third. At short, Tucker Cozen. And at second, Cameron Bevel, and at first, Owen Smith, getting his first start of the doubleheader. And behind the plate, catching Jackson Molden. And, of course, Reese Evenson on the mound. So an E2 to score the game's first run. Throw back to second, not in time. And most recently an E1 on the pitcher Evenson, trying to pick off Fix at first. 1-1, little half swing that's chopped foul. Jamestown did start the scoring in Game 1, so we'll see if this might be a little bit of deja vu. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. A strikeout for Evenson. There's 2 gone here in the first. Kenny Dobson goes down by way of the K. Here's Theo Strukel. He went 0 for 3 in game 1. Had a sacrifice ground out. Home plate umpire for game 2, Mike Lean. Conducting the base paths for game 2 is Tyson Simonuski. 0-1 to Strukel is outside for ball 1. We'll, of course, run down the batting order for Fargo post 400 in the bottom half of the first inning. Also the review at the infield and outfield for the Blues. Evenson ahead of the count 1-2. Runner at second base, that's Deegan Fix. Pitch. Inside for ball 2. Catavius Brackens, the catcher for Jamestown, is waiting on deck. The 2-2 delivery. Down low for ball 3. Count is full on Strukel. The pitch. Got a piece. He stays alive. Absolutely gorgeous sunset. Lots of summer ball going on around the area and on the softball diamonds. Just down the corner from here. And a called strike 3. Froze him on the outside corner. Strukel goes down looking to end the inning. Reese Evenson, back-to-back Ks. Well, 1-0 Jamestown. They take the lead heading into the bottom of the first.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
And that was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
Hi, this is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
Bottom of the first is here in game 2 of this doubleheader between the Fargo Post 400 Comets and the Jamestown Blues, excuse me. The Jamestown Blues, not to be confused with the Jamestown Blue Jays. The Blues took a 1-0 lead on an E2 that scored Seth Webster, who started the game with a leadoff single. He stole second base. He was going to steal third. And then Jackson Molden threw the ball away over the head of the third baseman, Gordon Barch. That led to the game's first run. And here we sit here in the bottom of the first. Batting order for Jack Junker's Comets here in game 2. Madden Dorer, the DH, leading off batting first. Tucker Kozin, shortstop, batting second. Jackson Molden, the catcher, batting third. Owen Smith, the cleanup man, he's playing at first base today. Michael Essex, the center fielder, batting fifth. Braden Donner batting sixth in left field. Here's a little flare into left center field, a base hit for Dorer. Takes a wide turn past first base and a leadoff single. Cameron Bevel batting seventh, playing second base. Gordon Barch batting eighth, playing third base. And Grant Goddard capping off the batting order, batting ninth, playing in right field. Tucker Kozin up to bat now, facing Kenny Dobson, pitcher for the Jamestown Blues. Hard hit, gloved at third. Might be two. Oh, it's off the glove of the second baseman, Parker Moser. They were going to get the force. There wasn't going to be enough time to get the double play. That's going to be an E4, I do believe. As that popped out of the glove of Parker Moser. It was played nicely at third by Deegan Fix. But now there's two on with nobody out. Little slow roller up the first base line. Quick throw to first, and that nearly sailed over the head of the first baseman, H.C. Mack. But the play was made in, or make that the pitcher, Kenny Dobson. As it was H.C. Mack charging. There's out number one. That does advance the runners, though, to second and third. Owen Smith takes the ball outside. So Molden, Jackson Molden's retired. 3-1 on the putout. Dobson from the wind, and it's going to be nicely blocked by Brackens. 2 balls and a strike on Owen Smith, the first baseman. He provides some pop and contact with his bat. It's 3-1. Fifth pitch of the at-bat is taken for called strike 2. So the at-bat continues. That just clipped the zone. 2 runners in scoring position for the Comets. Payoff pitch is outside, and Owen Smith draws a walk. Good at-bat from the first baseman.
Number 2, center fielder Michael Essex.
Look at the outfield for Jamestown. Left field, Brady Altoff. Seth Webster in center. Evan Dubray in right. Deegan Fix at third base. Theo Strukel at short. Parker Moser at second. And H.C. Mack at first. And catching, Catavius Brackens. And Kenny Dobson pitching. He delivers a good pitch past the bat of Michael Essex. Michael Essex, the center fielder. He takes a ball as this one nearly gets past Brackens. One is popped up into right field, falling quickly, and it is foul. Nearly caught along the patio wall, but it's 1-2. Counts 1-2 on Michael Essex. Hasn't had many plate appearances this season. Only 6 of them. 1-2 pitch, softly hit to third. Throw home is not going to be in time. It's wide up the first base line. Michael Essex delivers. It's 1-1 here in the bottom of the first.
Batting sixth, number 12, left fielder Braden Donner.
And we'll see if they rule that a hit or if they'll rule that an error. Regardless, it's 1-1 here in the bottom of the first. Braden Donner slaps one foul up the third base line. It's now 0-2. Braden Donner, the starting pitcher in game one. From the wind, Dobson's pitch is just outside. Wow. That was nearly in there for strike three. 1-2. Inside for ball two. Two. Outside, no, called strike three on the outside corner. Catching the zone, and there's two gone. Braden Donner is down on strikes, and Cameron Bevel, the second baseman, is due up. On deck is Gordon Barch. This one gets past Brackens, and Brackens with a nice play to keep the runners at their stations. Great block out in front of home plate by Catavius Brackens. Because Tucker Cousins started to make his way home. I think he tried stealing home right there again. And that's going to be a balk. That is a balk on Kenny Dobson, and that was by design. That was by design by Cozen, a smart play. Owen Smith now at third and Essex at second. Foul to the netting by Cameron Bevel. So it's now 2-1 Comets here in the first. In there for a strike. Cameron Bevel. Solid relief work in game one. Pitch from Dobson. 1-2. Upstairs. Counts 2-2. Dobson looking to escape the first. He misses the zone. So Fargo post 400 takes the lead on a balk. You might be able to call that an RBI balk as Dobson puts it right past the bat of Bevel for out number 3. Back-to-back Ks for Kenny Dobson. There are 2 runners left on base, but the Comets lead 2-1 after 1 hole inning complete in game 2 of this doubleheader.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
The Midwest elements are relentless. Is your home ready? At J. Deeds Construction, we've been serving the FM community since 2003. As a proud member of the Building Industry Association, formerly known as Home Builders Association, we specialize in roofing, siding, custom decks, and seamless gutters built for maximum durability. Plus, we offer free seamless gutters with every roof or siding project. Call 701-367-1175 or visit buildwithjdc.com. J. Deeds Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it.
The Comets take a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the first going into the top of the second. An RBI fielder's choice by Michael Essex as they try to go home to get the lead runner, that being Madden Dorer. And then in a go-ahead balk, that gave the Comets the lead. Katavius Brackens leading off here in this second inning. He takes strike 2. Facing Reese Evenson. Swung on and missed. 1 up, 1 down as Reese Evenson with his 3rd straight strikeout of the game. H.C. Mack at the plate. Reached base on a walk in game 1. He was 0 for 2 with 3 plate appearances. Fly ball in the air to left field. Should be routine for the second out, and it is. Played in left field by Braden Donner. There's 2 gone.
Batting eighth, number 12, second baseman Parker Moser.
Here's Parker Moser. Playing second base today in game 2. 2 hits and 1 run for the Comets. 1 run on 2 hits for the Blues, and this one's taken up and in. Going into game 2 of this doubleheader, the Comets are at a mark of 2-2. Jamestown currently 2-3. Big cut and a miss. Fastball upstairs. One pitch skips past the glove of Jackson Molden in the turf. It's 2-1. Big thanks to our sponsors, Hogue Diesel Service and Truck Repair, Bell Bank, Shields, along with Vixen Moorhead, Sweet Shots, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill. 2-1 pitches in there for strike 2. Reese Evenson dotting up the zone. Looks to end the inning right here, 2-2. Fly ball in the air to shallow center field. And it's going to be caught in center field by Michael Essex. And there's out number 3. 1, 2, 3, go the Blues in order. Still 2-1 Comets after 1.5.
Gather up the sports and fitness gear you aren't using anymore and sell it to Play It Again Sports. We will review your gear and choose what we purchase based on condition, brand, and store demand. We will then pay you on the spot, or you can receive additional incentive if you trade towards used or new products in the store.
When it's time for an oil change, you want service that's fast and trustworthy. Grease Monkey's certified technicians get you in and out in about 15 minutes, plus a complimentary 16-point safety check. No pressure, no surprises, just honest, manufacturer-recommended service. While we work, step out of the heat and relax in our air-conditioned lobby with a cold refreshment. Visit your local Grease Monkey for a quick, professional oil change you can feel good about.
Bottom of the second, here at Starion Bank Field. 2-1 Comets in game 2 of this doubleheader, looking to perhaps sweep this doubleheader before heading to Kindred. Jamestown will be hosting the Fargo Post 400 Rockets in a doubleheader on Wednesday. Mike Goyne has the call. He also has the call for Fargo Post 400 Stars baseball in Bismarck. Fly out to right center. There's out number 1. Off the bat of Gordon Barch. Grant Goddard's up to bat. First plate appearance for him. And he takes the first pitch and he gets hit. Runs right to first base. So a one-out base runner for the Comets. Madden Dorr at the plate now with 1 on and 1 out. Slight lead at first, and the pitch. In there for strike 1. Madden Dorr has the game's first hit. Throw to first. Checking on the runner, Goddard. These Comets are going to be aggressive on the base paths. Both teams, in reality, are going to try to take any bag possible. This one pops out of the mitt of Brackens. One ball and 1 strike. Ripped into right field, and that is a foul ball. According to base path umpire Tyson Simonowski, that was basically hugging the foul line. It's 1-2. You can make a case for it that it could have been fair, but that was borderline. One ball and 2 strikes. Dorr waits. Runner takes off momentarily, but it's in the turf for ball 2. And Goddard retreats. You don't want to test the arm of Catavius Brackens. 2-2. Bouncing ball to the right side. Not going to be an easy play. Throw to first. It is in time for the out. Nicely done. For out number 2. So Goddard advances to second. Pitcher fielding practice. One drill that's practiced quite a bit. Tucker Kozin at the plate. Grant Goddard is in scoring position now, with 2 gone here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Two pitch is high and outside. Couple looks back, here it comes. Strike. Three balls and a strike on Kozin. And he takes ball 4. So 2 on with 2 out for the Comets. And here comes Jackson Molden to the plate. Can Molden extend the inning and perhaps drive in some insurance?
Entry number
skips in front of Brackens, 2-0. Molden is 0 for 1. He grounded out to first base his last time up. To a pitch, ripped in the left field, it's through for a base hit. The stop sign is put up for Grant Goddard, but he's 90 feet away, and the bases are loaded for the Comets. Good piece of hitting by Jackson Molden, just pulling that ball to the left side. That puts Goddard at third, Cozen at second, and Molden at first after that single. For the time being, we can take a look at the Magnitude Sports schedule with this brief little mound visit. As I mentioned earlier, tomorrow, the Fargo Post 400 Stars will be at Bismarck at Municipal Field. A doubleheader, coverage beginning at 5:30 tomorrow evening here on Magnitude Sports. Here's Owen Smith. He takes the ball high. One plate appearance, it was a walk. He takes ball two. He's also a very disciplined hitter. In case you saw him bat last year, he was just that patient hitter. He knew when to make contact, and he made good contact. Just a solid overall hitter. He's also good at hitting in the opposite field. He goes the opposite way into left center field. This is hit pretty well. On the run, it's going to split the gap. To the gap it goes. Owen Smith is going to drive in everybody home. A bases clearing double for Owen Smith. Do your dance, big fella. It's 5-1 Comets. How about that swing by Owen Smith? And gotta love that celebration at second base. A bases clearing double for Owen Smith, and that's going to induce a pitching change. Head coach Chad Weber is going to make a move on the mound. And we will step aside here on Magnitude Sports for a pitching change. Runner at second, 2 gone. It's 5-1 Comets. We're back after this.
When your truck is down, your business is down. That's why drivers across North Dakota and Minnesota trust Hogue Diesel Service in West Fargo. DOT certified in both states. From oil changes to full overhauls, Hogue Diesel Service handles complete truck and trailer repair on all makes and models, heavy and medium duty. Need on-site repair, computer diagnostics, pickup and delivery, 24-hour service? They do that too. Call Hogue Diesel Service today at 701-532-0203. That's 701-532-0203. Hogue Diesel Service LLC, 907 2nd Avenue West in West Fargo.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate-controlled hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full-swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
So Kenny Dobson is done for the day for the Jamestown Blues, as head coach Chad Weber has made a change. Carson Schmidt is the new relief pitcher for the Jamestown Blues after a bases-clearing 3-run double by Owen Smith, who I had brought up was good at hitting to the opposite field, and he did exactly that, splitting the alley in left center field and opening up a 5-1 lead. Michael Essex is at the plate. He swings and misses. Schmidt delivers a fly ball off the bat of Essex into right field, and there is out number 3. So Essex is 0 for 2 as he flies out to right, but a bases clearing 3-run double by Owen Smith makes it a 5-1 lead for the Comets. We head to the top of the third here at Starion.
Don't want to talk about it?
We do.
I don't know you,
But I've been you.
and I'll listen. Just let it out.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
A 5-1 lead for the Fargo Post 400 Comets, thanks to a 3 RBI double by Owen Smith in the bottom of the second inning. Tommy Fox with you here on Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Glad to be with you for this full slate of games here on this Monday night at Starion Bank Field. Game 2 of this non-conference doubleheader. The Comets took Game 1 9-3. They lead Game 2 5-1. The lights have been turned on here at Starion. 0-1 pitch is fouled away as Reese Evanson is ahead of the count 0-2. Kenny Dobson, the former pitching counterpart, went 1 2/3 innings on the mound for Jamestown. Struck out 2, he walked 2, he gave up 3 hits and 5 runs, which were all earned. Evan Dubray on the attack as he fouls one to the right side. The at-bat continues. Evan Dubray, the right fielder. First plate appearance in this game, in this doubleheader. Another 0-2 from Evanson. And that one's going to land in there for a called strike 3. Reese Evanson dropping the anvil for another strikeout. That is strikeout number 4. One up, one down to start the third inning. Seth Webster out in front of an off-speed pitch. Reese Evanson's arsenal is pretty impressive. His curveball has been something that's impressed me, and his usage of it. You know, we talk about the usage of fastballs from these pitchers and how good that's been, but talking about Reese Evanson's curveball, he's used it exceptionally well. 1-1 is lined into right field, a base hit past the glove of Owen Smith. A 1-out single off the bat of Seth Webster. He's 2 for 2. Good job at going to the opposite field. And Brady Altoff, who had a sacrifice ground out his last time up. This one is in the turf. And Jackson Molden, good job at keeping Seth Webster honest at first base. Look back to first. 1-0 pitch is outside and low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike after the foul ball by Brady Altoff. Two and one, throw to first, and the tag's not in time. Two one is in the air to right center field, falling quickly. That's into no man's land, in for a base hit. Brady Altoff with a bloop single into right center field over the head of the second baseman Cameron Bevel.
Third baseman number 20, Deacon Fix.
And the right fielder Grant Goddard couldn't get there in time. So 2 on and 1 out for Deacon Fix. Deacon Fix takes ball 1. He singled his last time up. He also advanced to second on an error by Reese Evenson. Throw to second. Close, but not in time. Slight leads at first and second. 1-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Jamestown post 14, trailing 5-1, but they have some runners on base with 1 gone. Two one pitch is up and in. Now it's 3-1. Kenny Dobson waiting on deck for the post 14 Blues. 5th pitch of the at-bat is downstairs, and it's a walk that loads the bases. Webster to third, Altoff to second, and Fix to first. The tying run is represented by Kenny Dobson, former pitching counterpart of Reese Evenson, who fires. Foul tip into the glove, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Dobson takes strike 2. Jamestown looking to break through here in the 3rd inning. Trailing at 5-1. 0-2 pitch. A screaming foul ball towards the Jamestown dugout. Not sure if someone grabbed it down there in the dugout. That one had some sound to it. Dobson looking to put one in play. He does, but it's right to Owen Smith, who goes right home. Throw there is in time. They get the lead runner. Webster is retired on the fielder's choice, and there's 2 down.
Shortstop number 3, Theo Strugel.
So that means Altoff will go to third, Fix to second, and Dobson to first on the fielder's choice. Smart heads-up play by Owen Smith at first. Also good with the glove. Here's a little pop-up in shallow center field. A running catch made by Cameron Bevel for out number 3. The bases are left loaded by the Blues as the Comets escape the bases-loaded jam here in the 3rd. It's still 5-1 Fargo post 400. The Comets up to bat when we return.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Men grow up hearing,
be a man. Never show any fear, kid. You gotta be tough.
push through the pain. Don't be weak. Man, it's time to change the narrative. Our mental health is just as important as our physical health.
Let it out.
It's okay to feel. Speak up, because the life you save could be your own.
Two straight scoreless innings by right-hander Reese Evenson of the Fargo Post 400 Comets as they recently got out of a bases-loaded jam in the top of the third. A 5-1 lead for the Comets as they are up to bat here in the bottom half of the third inning from Starion Bank Field. Tommy Fox with you here on Magnitude Sports. Absolutely loaded day full of Fargo Post 400 baseball. Probably the best time of the year. Summer undoubtedly, we can debate this all night long, but summer's probably one of the, if not the best time of the year. First pitch swinging off the glove of the shortstop into center field. That was off the glove of Theo Strukel, who popped out to end the top of the third. That'll be an E6. As Braden Donner attacked the first pitch he saw. Unless they rule that a hit, they do rule that a hit. So no error on the play. And now Cameron Bevel digs in. Braden Donner at first. 1-1 to Bevel. Outside for ball 2. Two-one pitch. Popped up. Is it going to hit the press box? It goes over the press box. Counts now 2-2. Runner takes off. It's a called strike 3. Down on a second. Is not in time. Nearly a strike him out, throw him out, double play. But a strikeout nonetheless for Carson Schmidt. So a stolen base for Downer. Bevel strikes out looking. One gone here in the third. Gordon Barch at the plate. Gordon Barch flew out to center his last time up. 5 runs on 4 hits for the Comets. Runner in scoring position. They've been great with runners on base here in this game. Schmidt fires. Bouncing ball. It's now 1-2 as it goes foul. One ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Outside, counts even. Grant Goddard is on deck. Two-two. In the air to right field. Not going to be an easy play. That's going to drop into right field for a base hit. Throw back into the infield. It's cut off by Deacon Fix at third. But another bloop single by these Comets. They're just putting it in play. And that's got to be so frustrating for these Jamestown Blues. These Fargo Post 400 Comets, they're just putting it in spots where Jamestown can't get to. And really, at the end of the day, you can't blame Jamestown because Fargo Post 400 is just putting the ball in play. Grant Goddard up to bat with runners at the corners. Barch takes off, throw down to second is cut off, bounce in front of second base. It's not in time, so a stolen base for Barch. Theo Strukel came over to cut it off in case Braden Donner was going to advance home, but he ended up staying put at third. One pitch, it hits him. It hits Grant Goddard, and the bases are loaded.
Designated hitter, number 6, Madden Dorr.
So the bases are full of Comets yet again. Braden Donner at third, Barch at second, and Goddard at first. Schmidt from the wind. Down low for ball one. It's going to get away, and that allows a run to score. It's 6-1 as Donner comes in from third. Grant Goddard now to second, Barch to third. Still 2 runners in scoring position for Dorr. Watches the ball outside 2-0. Madden Dorr, 1 for 2. Had a base hit to start his day in game 2. Then in his last at-bat, he had a sacrifice ground out. The pitch. Bouncing ball through the right side, a base hit for Madden Dorr. 2 runs are going to come in to score. It's a 2-run single for Madden Dorr, and it's 8-1 Comets in the third. So first a wild pitch, then a 2-run single by Dorr, and it's all Fargo Post 400 here in game 2 of this doubleheader. Up and in on Tucker Kozin. So Dorr is 2 for 3. He also has a run scored in this game. A 3-run third inning. And this one's going to get to the backstop, a wild pitch. Eight unanswered runs by the Comets. They've taken control of this game. Bouncing ball to short. Should be an easy play. Throw to third. First, it's going to be not in time. To third goes Dorr. And safe at first is Kozin. H.C. Mack was off the bag. So that'll be an infield single. And Carson Schmidt will have a discussion with part of his coaching staff. 8-1 Comets. An infield single by Tucker Cozen. There's still one out. And Jackson Molden is at the plate. A chance to tack more on. Jackson Molden, he is 1 for 2. And strike one's been taken. Now the ball gets free. Another run comes in to score. It is all Comets. 9-1, Fargo Post 400. Another error on the Blues. And this game was just slipped away from Jamestown. Tucker Cozen still at first. Molden, little slow roller to third. And a botched play by Deegan Fix. That wasn't going to be an easy play. Slowly hit up the third base line. It's an infield single, and there's runners in first and second with still one gone. Jackson Molden is 2 for 3. That puts Cozen in scoring position. Some of it's been hard contact, but in the same token, there's been a lot of hits in this game by the Comets that have been softly hit. One of them was not from this guy, Owen Smith, as he takes a ball, another wild pitch. Runners advance to second and third. Owen Smith is last time up. A bases clearing double back in the second inning. All 3 runs in that second inning were from this guy, and he fouls one back, a big cut from the Comets first baseman, who also has a walk in this game. Carson Schmidt looking to get past this inning. He rockets one in the air to deep right center field. Owen Smith put a charge into this one. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Owen Smith has done it again. 5 RBIs. It's 11-1 Comets. And he celebrates at second yet again. Another mighty swing from Owen Smith. 2 doubles in the game. And this will probably be the end to Carson Schmidt's outing. So we will have a pitching change. A 2-run double. Off the bat of Owen Smith. Just a sharp line drive into right center field, high in the air. And he makes it 11-1 Comets. We'll step aside for this pitching change and tell you about the new reliever when we come back.
It's payback time.
You wouldn't want officials ruining your game day at home, so don't ruin it for them on the field or court. Respect officials. That's one way you can serve, stand, and score. This message brought to you by Magnitude Sports.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
It is 11-1 Comets here in the bottom of the third inning. A 6 spot put up by Fargo Post 400 as they are on pace for a potential Mercy Rule win here at Starion. In case you missed it, A 2-run double was launched into right center field by Owen Smith, who has 5 RBIs on the night. And he knocked Carson Schmidt out of the ball game. He went 0 2/3 innings. And 2/3 of an innings pitched for Carson Schmidt. 6 hits given up, 6 earned runs, and 1 strikeout. And Cullen Hardy will be taking his place, and he throws a wild pitch. Facing it's Michael Essex. This one gets away from the mound. A little bit of deja vu right there, as there was a run scored earlier in the inning on kind of a similar looking play, where the ball just got away, allowing Braden Donner to score. Again, that was earlier in the inning, but point being, there's been a couple of plays that have been microcosms to bursts of offense for the Comets. Infield playing slightly shallow as Michael Essex gets a piece of it. It's 1-2. Owen Smith, 90 feet away after a wild pitch. He's 2 for 2 with a walk and 2 doubles. Michael Essex is 0 for 2. And the count's 2-2. $11 runs on 9 hits. Essex waits, and that gets to the backstop. Smith will hold at third. And that nearly hit Essex. Counts full at 3-2. The payoff from Hardy. Upstairs, he walked him. And the runners are at the corners now for the Comets, as the Blues are in desperate need of getting an out. Just something defensively. Another game where they took the lead early. They struck first in the first inning. And ever since then, 11 unanswered runs. A little bit of a half swing. This one gets to the backstop. Here comes Smith into home plate, and he's safe. Heads up base running by Owen Smith. That wasn't a foul ball. It popped out of the mitt of Katavius Brackens. It might have grazed the mitt. But a wild pitch, and it's 12-1. And so there will be a new catcher in.
Now catching for Jamestown, number 46, Jonah Erickson.
Jonah Erickson is back in at catcher, replacing Brackens. 0-1 pitch is a ball. Michael Essex is at second. Owen Smith scores on a wild pitch. 1-1 is inside for ball 2. And that was a swinging strike too by Braden Donner, who's at the plate. It almost sounded like he got a piece of it with his bat. Also kind of sounded like he was off the glove of Katavius Bracken, so it also wouldn't shock me if they rule that as a passed ball in the final box score. A 5-pitch walk has been issued to Braden Donner. And there's still only 1 gone.
Second baseman, number 9, Cameron Bevel.
Here's Cameron Bevel at the plate. He struck out twice, but he looks to join in on the hit parade. One-oh pitch. Hardy misses inside. Two-oh is lined into left field, just foul. That was a screaming line drive off the bat of Bevel. That would have scored at least one run. Bevel is another guy that really hasn't had many at-bats this season, at least in the first 4 games. Two-two. Outside for ball 3. Kind of going back to that point, Owen Smith has only played in 2 games this year. 7 plate appearances, and he's delivered immensely. The bases are now loaded after a walk has been issued to Cameron Bevel. Bases are loaded, and there's still only 1 out, and Gordon Barch will be at the plate. Shortstop and second base, deep. Big cut. Counts 0-1. Gordon Barch is 1 for 2. He had a single his last time up. Same pitch, same result, as Barch is down in the count 0-2. What can Barch provide here in this 3rd inning? He gets frozen with a curveball. 2 gone. Good pitch from Colin Hardy. Here's Grant Goddard now. Second at bat of this inning. This whole inning started with a leadoff single by Braden Donner. Big swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Colin Hardy looking to get the Blues out of the inning. It's felt like this inning has dragged on if you're a Jamestown Blues fan. The 1-2 pitch. Lifted high in the air, deep to left field. If it's fair, it could be gone. It's gone! Watch it fly and kiss it goodbye! A grand slam for Grant Goddard. He has kicked the teeth in on the Blues. An absolute tape measure shot down the left field line, and it is 16-1.
Designated hitter number 6, Madden Dorn.
Second home run of the season for the Comets. One of them was from Owen Smith. The second from Grant Goddard. And the inning is still not done. Madden Dorr at the plate ahead of the count 2-0. I mean, that ball was absolutely launched. He just pulled it down the left field line over that 5-foot wall in left field. It's 2-2. And this crowd just went nuts. Two-two pitch and nearly hit him. Madden Dorr, his 4th plate appearance today. He has 2 hits. 3-2. Swung on and missed, and the inning is finally over. It took a while, but the Jamestown Blues escaped the third. 11 runs. That's right, 11 by the Comets. It's 16-1 after 3 complete. From Starion.
Looking for something handmade, unique, and full of personality? Mandy's of FargoND.com features creative gifts, home decor, accessories, and more. All inspired by family, creativity, and made with heart. Browse dozens of handmade creations, request custom colors or designs, and sign up for the newsletter. Visit Mandy'sOfFargoND.com and discover something new today. Mandy'sOfFargoND.com. Handmade, a little weird, totally wonderful.
Gather up the sports and fitness gear you aren't using anymore and sell it to Play It Again Sports. We will review your gear and choose what we purchase based on condition, brand, and store demand. We will then pay you on the spot, or you can receive additional incentive if you trade towards used or new products in the store.
Well, after a third inning that felt like standing in the line at the DMV, we finally hit the 4th inning here in Game 2 of a non-conference doubleheader here at Starion Bank Field. The Fargo Post 400 Comets lead 16-1 after an 11-run third inning here on Magnitude Sports. Tommy Fox with you from the press box at Starion Bank Field. Probably one of the bigger notes in that third inning, Grant Goddard, with the bases juiced, hit a grand slam with 2 outs, which was the icing on one big cake here in Game 2. As the Comets have really just pulled away here in this game. And for Jamestown, just one at bat at a time. First pitch fastball in there for strike 1. Big cut and a miss. Count is 1-2. Popped out of play. Gorgeous evening here in Fargo, North Dakota. 1-2, foul to the right side. Yet again, the at-bat continues. One-two is in there for a called strike 3. New pitcher for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. Ty Thingvold relieving Reese Evans, who goes 3 innings, allows 4 hits, 1 run that was earned. He struck out 4. Over the head of Thingvold, nice play from short, and the tag applied by Owen Smith for out number 2. That was a thing of beauty. That was sweet. Tucker Kozin charging it to his left. Threw it kind of off the bag. And the out was still made. That was perfectly executed. Parker Moser up to bat now. Oh, 1. And there for strike 2. Ball upstairs. So Kenny Dobson, recently retired. One-two pitch. Moser takes one up and in. Fargo post 400 has put up 25 total runs in this doubleheader, and a called strike 3. That ends the inning. Ty Thingvold goes 1-2-3 in the top of the fourth through the Blues order. It's a 61 lead still for the Comets. Bottom of the fourth is next from Starry on Bank Field.
The Midwest elements are relentless. Is your home ready? At J. Deeds Construction, we've been serving the FM community since 2003. As a proud member of the Building Industry Association, formerly known as Home Builders Association, we specialize in roofing, siding, custom decks, and seamless gutters built for maximum durability. Plus, we offer free seamless gutters with every roof or siding project. Call 701-367-1175 or visit buildwithjdc.com. J. Deeds Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it.
Don't want to talk about it?
We do.
I don't know you,
But I've been you.
and I'll listen. Just let it out.
To 1 Comets here in the bottom of the fourth inning. A 1-2-3 fourth by relief pitcher for the Fargo Post 400 Comets, Ty Thingvold. As now it's a little bit academic, unless Jamestown can score 15 unanswered runs. New pitcher in for the Blues, as it's H.C. Mack. Which is why he didn't hit in the top of the fourth inning. He was pinch hit for. One pitch inside, 2-1. In the air to left field, hit pretty well off the bat of Tucker Kozin. This one's gonna find the wall. Tucker Kozin, full head of steam into second. He pumps on the brakes. He'll settle with a leadoff double to start the fourth.
Catcher number 17, Jackson Molden.
Here's Jackson Molden. A chance to tack on some more runs. Molden gets a piece of it, then fouls it away. Jamestown post 14 and Fargo post 400. Game 2 of a doubleheader, non-conference doubleheader here at Starion. 0-1 pitch is outside. Molden sends one in the air to right field. That's going to drop in front for a base hit. Back-to-back hits by the Comets. They keep pouring it on. They're just putting it in play. And a guy that's been putting them in play is Owen Smith, and he's up to bat with runners at the corners. Big thanks to our sponsors, Century Builders, Play It Again Sports, Kingpins, Grease Monkey, along with Mandy's of Fargo. Quite a few substitutions from the Blues in this game. Jonah Erickson was retired in the top half of the fourth on a strikeout. He had replaced Katavius Brackens. A lot of pitching changes as well, as Jamestown has had to kind of dig deep into their bullpen and kind of shuffle some things around. Smith lines a base hit into left field. He's done it again. There he goes the opposite way for his third hit of the night. It's 17-1 Comets.
Center fielder number 2, Michael Essex.
What a game for Owen Smith. 2 doubles, a walk, and a single. All of his hits have resulted in RBIs. Here's Michael Essex into center. This will be caught, and there's out number 1.
Left fielder number 12, Braden Donner.
Here is Braden Donner. He walked in his last plate appearance. There's so much potential around this Comets roster. I mean, you look up and down, their roster is riddled with talent. Here's a line drive to short, and Con to Pickle. And nearly out, and yep, he is going to be out.
Second baseman number 9, Cameron Bevel.
Cameron Bevel up to bat. Owen Smith able to take first base, so that'll be a fielder's choice. Pitch to the backstop, it's 1-0. There's 2 gone after the fielder's choice. Almost looked like it didn't hit the turf, but it did. One pitch. Popped out of play by Cameron Bevel. 17-1 Comets. We're going to close out the Blues in the top of the 5th coming up around the corner. 1-2 pitch is high. Owen Smith at second. Donner at first. Foul tip into the glove, strike 3. And H.C. Mack with a K of Cameron Bevel to end the bottom of the 4th. 2 left on by the Comets, but they lead 17-1. After 4 complete, they look to close it out when we return here on Magnitude Sports.
When your truck is down, your business is down. That's why drivers across North Dakota and Minnesota trust Hogue Diesel Service in West Fargo. DOT certified in both states. From oil changes to full overhauls, Hogue Diesel Service handles complete truck and trailer repair on all makes and models, heavy and medium duty. Need on-site repair, computer diagnostics, pickup and delivery, 24-hour service? They do that too. Call Hogue Diesel Service today at 701-532-0203. That's 701-532-0203. Hogue Diesel Service LLC, 907 2nd Avenue West in West Fargo.
Post 400 Baseball is back, and we have all the dominant performances.
Rounding third is Oliver Luck. He will come in, and the throw won't be in time, and Easton Rarick with a 2-run single to right, and it's 10-4.
And all the big moments. Back inside, ground ball to second. Flip to Rarick for 1, on to first, rack him up for 2. Throw back to third, they get a triple play. It will go 4, 6, 3, 5 on the triple play. Everybody in the infield got their turn.
Comets looking to close out the Blues here in the top of the 5th. The mercy rule is in effect. Big thanks to an 11-run third inning. Only run in the bottom of the 4th was an Owen Smith RBI single. Again, he's been one of the many key contributors on this Comets team. Fouled back into the netting by Evan Dubray. The pitch in there for strike 2. Dubray struck out his last time up. He struck out looking. And he skies this one in the air to right field. And the catch is made for out number 1. Here is Seth Webster. For Jamestown, barring a 17-run comeback, or at least perhaps forcing the game into more innings, evading the mercy rule. Jamestown post 14 will play the Fargo post 400 Astros. That'll be part of a doubleheader. Mike Goyne has the call in Jamestown, North Dakota on Wednesday. First pitch at 5 o'clock here on Magnitude Sports. Two-one pitch misses inside. Ty Thingvold back to work. 2 outs away from a win. And a 5-pitch walk.
Left fielder, number 25, Brady Altoff.
Brady Altoff will be at the plate. Seth Webster here in this game. He's 2 for 2 with that walk. Meanwhile, for Brady Altoff, he's 1 for 2. He had a base hit his last time up. Ball taken inside. Meanwhile, for the Fargo Post 400 Comets, they have the Kindred Post 117 Vikings coming up in a scheduled doubleheader. That'll be in Kindred. So after starting the season 0-2, the Comets have won 3 straight games. If they still hang on to win this one, which looks like they will. Again, mercy rule is in effect. 3-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. "17 runs on 13 hits. 3-1 pitch is another walk. So 2 runners on for the Blues. And Jamestown Post 14 will send Deegan Fix to the plate. A little brief mound visit. Gives us time to take a look. Yet again, the broadcast schedule for Magnitude Sports. The next broadcast will be in Bismarck, North Dakota. That's going to be at Municipal Field in the capital city. The Fargo Post 400 Stars, who are currently at a mark of 1-1 entering the day today. Mike Goyne has the call for that game. That'll be tomorrow. A doubleheader starting at 5 o'clock. Count is 2-0 on Fix. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. That walk came in his last at bat. At this point, it's all academic now. 2-0 pitch in there for strike 1. 2-1. Upstairs. Three balls and a strike. In on the hands, and Fix fouls it away. We brought this up in the doubleheader for the Fargo Post 400 Rockets and Astros doubleheader. It's early in the season. There's still plenty of time to, you know, kind of get your footing, shake off some of that rust, if you will. There's always tomorrow in a game like baseball. Fly ball in the air, on the infield. Owen Smith makes the grab, and there's two gone. Kenny Dobson will be at the plate as Jamestown post 14 is down to their final out. Dusk starting to settle in here in Fargo. It's gotten a little bit cooler. Wind has picked up a little bit again. It was a little it was calmer earlier, but it's starting to pick up a little bit more. And we've also noticed that a lot. There's been a lot of fly balls. It's been hot, so the ball's going to travel like this one, but this one will be catchable. And the catch is made in left field. That's going to be the ball game. Catch made in left field by Braden Donner. The Fargo Post 400 Comets win via mercy rule. 17-1 is the final. The third out has been recorded. The doubleheader is complete. The Comets complete the sweep of the doubleheader over the Jamestown Post 14 Blues. We'll have the final numbers of this game when we return here on Magnitude Sports.
Hi, this is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
Post 400 baseball is back, and we have all the dominant performances.
Rounding third is Oliver Luck. He will come in, and the throw won't be in time. And Easton Rarick with a 2-run single to right, and it's 10-4.
And all the big moments.
Back inside, ground ball to second. Flip to Rarick for one, on to first, rack him up for 2. Throw back to third, making a triple play. It will go 4, 6, 3, 5 on the triple play. Everybody in the infield got their turn.
(17-1) is the final score. As we take a look now at the individual numbers from this game here from Starion Bank Field. Tommy Fox with you here on Magnitude Sports. Big thanks to our sponsors for Fargo Post 400 Baseball here in 2026. Vixen, Moorhead, Sweet Shots, Frank's Lounge, Legacy Plumbing. Big thanks to Buffalo Wild Wings as well. And Dakota Fins and Feathers. So, a little bit how Game 1 went in terms of who scored first. The Jamestown Blues started the scoring in the top in the first inning. Seth Webster began the game with a base hit. He would reach on a stolen base, and then a throwing error by Jackson Molden would score Seth Webster from technically third because he was going to steal third, but the ball got away, went over the third baseman's head. That allowed him to score, making it 1-0 Jamestown. But as the Fargo Post 400 Comets have done all day long, they respond. They tie the game on an RBI fielder's choice by Michael Essex. That tied the game at 1. And then an RBI balk, if you will, from pitcher Kenny Dobson. Not an RBI in that sense, but it gave the Comets the lead. That pretty much put it away because Jamestown wouldn't score the rest of the way. Then you had a 3-run inning by the Fargo Post 400 Comets. Owen Smith, a 3-run bases-clearing double in the bottom of the second. That was the spark offensively, if you think about it, for the Fargo Post 400 Comets in this game because they never looked back because in the bottom of the third was an 11-run spurt. And part of that 11-run spurt was a grand slam by Grant Goddard. Those are the final runs, as a matter of fact, of that 11-run inning, and that made it 16-1 after 3 innings of play. And then Owen Smith, who went 3 of 3 at the plate, including a walk, delivered an RBI single in the bottom of the fourth to make it 17-1, and that led to our final score here this evening. As I mentioned, Owen Smith, 3 for 3. He had 6 RBIs on the game. You can argue he was the player of the game offensively. 3 for 3 on the in game 2 of this doubleheader. As I mentioned, the grand slam from Grant Goddard, it was his only hit, but probably one of the most punctual hits of the game. He also had multiple players going for multiple hits. Tucker Kozin went 2 for 3. Jackson Molden, he also went 3 for 3. Owen Smith, as I mentioned, 3 for 3 in the game with a walk. So many contributors in this game for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. They put up 17 runs on 13 hits. They only committed 1 error. Meanwhile, for Jamestown Post 14, they get 1 run on 4 hits. They committed 1 error on the night. Reese Evenson went 3 innings, struck out 4 batters. He gave up 4 hits on 1 earned run, and he gave up 1 walk. Ty Thingvold in relief, he went 2 strong innings, struck out 2 batters, gave up no hits, no runs, and gave up 2 walks. For the Jamestown Blues, it was Kenny Dobson that went 1 2/3 innings starting for Jamestown. He struck out 2 batters. He gave up 3 hits and 5 earned runs, walking 2. Carson Schmidt went 2/3 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 7 earned runs, while striking out 1 batter. Cullen Hardy in relief, he went 2/3 innings. He gave up 1 hit, 4 earned runs, struck out 2, walked 3. And finally, for Jamestown, H.C. Mack went 1 inning, gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, and struck out 1 batter. Again, 17-1 is the final. The Fargo Post 400 Comets are now 3-2 on the season. They've won 3 straight games, and coming up for them will be the Kindred Post 117 Vikings. That'll be Wednesday, first pitch at 5:30 for Game 1. That'll be on the road in Kindred. Meanwhile, for the Jamestown Blues, they've lost 3 straight games. They are now 2-3 on the year. Make that, 2-3 on the season. Or no, 2-4, 2-4 on the year after losing both games in this doubleheader here tonight. They have the Fargo Post 400 Astros. That'll be Wednesday. First pitch at 5 o'clock for Game 1 of that doubleheader. Mike Goin has the call here on Magnitude Sports. Big thanks to our sponsors for this broadcast and all the other broadcasts for this 2026 season for Fargo Post 400 Baseball. Vixen Moorhead, Sweet Shots, Frank's Lounge, Legacy Plumbing. Couldn't do it without those sponsors, along with Play It Again Sports, Century Builders, Kingpins, Grease Monkey, Mandy's of Fargo, Shields, Bell Bank, Hogue Diesel Service and Truck Repair, Valley Service, J. Deeds Construction, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, Buffalo Wild Wings, as well as Dakota Fins and Feathers. The next broadcast will be in the capital city of Bismarck, North Dakota, as the Fargo Post 400 Stars, who are 1-1 on the season, take on Bismarck. That'll be a 5 p.m. first pitch, a doubleheader with Mike Goin on the call. I'm Tommy Fox repeating your final score for Game 2 of this doubleheader via Mercy Rule. It was the Fargo Post 400 Comets 17 and the Jamestown Post 14 Blues 1. Have a great rest of your Monday evening, and so long from Starion Bank Field in Fargo, North Dakota.
The preceding has been a presentation of Magnitude Sports. Follow Magnitude Sports online by searching Magnitude TV Plus on X, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for broadcast updates, schedule changes, sports highlights, and much more. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports. To support this channel, simply like, comment, and subscribe. That's how you serve, stand, and score.